Alright, look. What do you think are your top 5 mines equipped?
Top 5?
Yeah,
I mean, Despair and Grief go to S tier, in my opinion. Both
definitely.
of them. Arachnids, like Radakne, Omega equipped too.
Yeah, that one was really good.
The others are like, that's fine. SSD and Dignified too, like, those are the core ones.
As a non-Pux pouch haver,
Hmm?
I really like Stella Bow.
Which one?
Stella Bow, this one.
Yeah, I almost never use that one.
Yeah, I don't got Pux pouch, so that's my best 4-star heal.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't have that either. It's just that the Grand Crusade equips with the heal amount up crests are just way better than that, I think.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't feel like using it ever.
Yeah. But if I'm gonna have, like, a crest on a equip for, like, someone like Hoka or some shit, if I'm using the heal slot, I'd rather have, like, equip CT for Hoka, or, like, if I was doing it for, who else do I even use that as a 4-star heal? Like Shiro or something. I'd also rather have like equip CT for his defense equip and for his support slot and stuff like that. So
For Shiro, it's like I don't even use his heal slot. I just have him 7 OB and yeah, it's the support slot for me.
he's only LP5 for me. So I'm like
Yeah,
either cleanse, blessed, or
I see. Yeah, for me it's like staple, dignified, or pen shorts or Ilia costume, whatever it's called. But for the heal, it's usually just for cleanse, and yeah, that's just about it.
nice. All right.
The others are like 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, some of these are actually pretty good. They're just not used because there's better stuff out there already.
Yeah.
And
Like
also,
something that will never fucking change is the Arachnid tier, the Radagni Omega equip. Like that shit is gonna be OP forever just because some units abuse it.
yeah,
But overall, you can also play with what is it called? The blue armor thingy in the middle.
hmm,
Yeah, I use that too. It's actually really good.
one's like crit res or some shit, right?
Yeah, on some stages it's really fucking useful compared to the others.
Yeah. I really like
Bottom tier.
Articore right now because it doesn't actually give the damage res down. It's kind of bugged right now, so it's just free 40% damage res.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
yeah.
What?
It's
It's
bugged. You don't get the res down afterwards.
huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've been using that
Since
shit
when?
like crazy recently.
Since when? What?
Since as long as I can remember.
Holy shit.
I remember in like the first week or so it did give the res down, and then like
No, that's just illegal. What the fuck?
yeah, it's just OP now.
What?
The uptime isn't the best. It's like 1/5 uptime or some shit like that, but it's still
It's general damage resistance. It's not like physical or magic. It's way too OP.
exactly really good. Did wish it lasted at least like 12 seconds instead of 10 though but I mean, it's good enough, man. It's 4-star depth, 40% DR.
Yeah, that's OP as fuck. Like I didn't know that you didn't get the damage resistance down. That's dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, if that shit doesn't get fixed, it's definitely like S tier.
Hell yeah. We could just like rate them based off of how it currently is, so like including that bug.
With including it or without including it?
Yeah, we can include the bug.
Okay. But yeah, any of the new ones, I don't know really. But the Omega one, the Tyria Omega one, seems nice. The Omega and the normal one. Actually fun to use.
Yeah, the let's see.
The 4-star one is really good. Just because you get, yeah, fire damage resistance.
All right, there we go. Now I have it set up to where I'm showing my PS next to my thing in there, so I could look up equips. Show what they do while we're talking about them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 5 viewers now. We can start. All right, first equip on the list is the Omega Swiper.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what's even called. I can just search the 5-star dev. All right, exclusion barrier. Azulvidit. Skill CT down 10%. Passive. That's kind of annoying. Reduces target's damage from burnt, poison, or blind enemy by 50% for 15 seconds on a 40-second CT. That's actually pretty good.
It is not bad.
Especially if you're doing like mono fire with Shishio, so enemies like consistently burned. You combine that with Kiri's extra 20% damages from burned enemies, that's 70% DR. Just
Yeah.
from them being burned.
Problem is it's not even 50% after uptime.
Yeah, that is kind of
It's
shitty.
yeah, it's not even close.
Who also would have a 5-star defense in mono fire though? That's the question. Or are we just putting this on Kiri? Because I can't really think of anyone instantly that has a 5-star defense besides like Katsu, but they're fucking mid.
It is a conditional equip. It's a 5-slot defense gone, and yeah, I don't think it's mid in my opinion.
Yeah, only 5-star defense I can think of is like Katsu. That is kind of mid. I think Azul might have a, yeah, he does, but he's also mid. All
This
right,
would be, in my opinion, either B or C tier.
yeah,
Like after we fix everything, we can just swap spots.
I think it's B for its potential because it does last 15 seconds for 50% DR. That's like usually 50% DR is like conditional, like Hermes, where it's only 3 times and half of it's fizz, or it only
Yeah.
lasts like 5 seconds, like the Iris bunny suit, so or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty solid, but it is conditional, so not higher than B. We can move it down later if other things are better.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What else we got?
The Stereo Mega equip.
5-star defense. There it is. All right. Glacial Souls Frostbane. Increase damage taken by 15% for 120 seconds. Stacks. Damn. Reduce all allies. Water damage taken by 30%. And increase allies freeze res by 100% for 20 seconds. Okay. You know what? It's actually pretty good if you're using a taunt and have it on someone else.
Yep.
That might solve my no wavy frill problem. I might have to grab these.
It is, yeah, it is actually really good. And there is no down, no disadvantage in the passive as well. It's max HP up. It's like,
Yeah. And it's not like wavy frill uptime, but it's still pretty good uptime.
yeah. I mean,
Really?
2/3 of the fucking cooldown. It's actually really nice.
Yeah. Wavy frill is nice though because with just equip CT and Fenschwartz in comp, then you're
Yeah.
pretty much full uptime, but
I mean, you need only 50% equipment for this to be up, so it's fine either way.
true.
Yeah, in taunt tank comps, it's really fucking OP.
Oh, I think this might be A or S.
S, I would argue, because as we spoke before,
It's really only for like
the
taunt tank comps.
the bugged equip is way better than this,
Yeah, true.
and that's a 4-star. I don't think this is S.
Yeah, I think it's A. Not to mention that
Yeah.
it's conditional to being in a taunt comp on
Yeah.
someone else, so you need someone
Mhm.
besides the taunt with the defense slot.
Yep.
I might be a little biased towards it though, since I don't have wavy frill, and I'm just noticing how good this is.
No, this is actually free. Like compared to that, this is actually free. You can farm it whenever.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish farming Omega Styria. I started doing it without even knowing what her equip was, just for collection. Now I'm actually gonna go through with it. All right.
Is that a Geozagnus Omega?
Yeah, that one's actually pretty good. I know what that one does. It's like perma. It does. It's just like raw multiplier on the active, but then the perma, like 50% water damage up, and then for like the first like 50 or 60 seconds or so, you take like 2% 2 or 3% passive damage per second.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good since it's water damage up. Because with mono water, you're having beta or shiro anyway, so it's not like you're going to be taking damage.
I mean, it's not bad overall. It's just that it's only a passive 50% damage up. I don't think it's
Damage.
50%.
No,
It's
5%
50.
damage for 50 seconds.
Yeah, no,
It's
it costs 5 max health per second for 50 first seconds. But it is only 50% mid damage up for water. And I don't think that's worth, not gonna lie.
I'm just thinking like, what else are you gonna put in a fizz slot? Just like some res down that's only like 1/5 uptime or something? Because I feel like that's not gonna really do that much, right? Compared to passive 50%.
I mean, you already have support equips that do that, in my opinion, but overall, I would just go with Artgen equips instead of damage res down or buffing equips. Like putting grief instead of this is just chef's kiss. It's just chef's kiss in my opinion. Like I feel just for 50% damage up, this is just a wasted slot.
I mean, I feel like whenever I do free practice, if they have a mag slot on the DPS, that's just Nemcro, whether they're dark or not, just for that 50% damage, you know? It's like, I'm just thinking of it like that. Like,
I mean, it is not bad, but there is units that provide way more actually. Like it's not gonna make a change. Putting more Artgen, in my opinion, is just providing way more.
yeah, I guess, like, you could do, like, Canary True Weapon or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, like,
This is
tier.
not bad. This is not bad, but there is better stuff. B or A at the end of A tier, maybe.
Yeah, put it bought back, just put everything else above it or
Yeah.
something. All right.
Next item is actually really good. I use it pretty often.
I love this on Hazuki.
Mm-hmm. It's really nice, actually. Like, it is... I think it is the second or the first equip in terms of physical arts gen.
Yeah.
Excluding grief. Excluding grief, this is the highest
And
arts
that
per second equip.
damage up it gives is huge. Like lasts forever. 20
Mm-hmm.
seconds is crazy.
It is actually very nice. Like the first is grief, obviously the best arts gen equip. Second is the golden kamui katana, if you remember, Izumi no Kasanada, whatever that name is.
That's Golden
And
Kamuy?
this, yeah,
Oh, I thought that was you.
no.
Oh, cool. That was before my time, so.
Yeah, so that gives 50 arts gauge, and it has a 45-second cooldown. It's basically 1.1 arts gen per second. Grief is like 2, and this is 1.6, I think.
Nice.
1.3. I need to do the math again because I have forgotten. But yeah, this is the second highest arts gen equip
Yeah, it's
in the game.
1/3 arts per second.
Yeah,
That's pretty
like
good.
excluding equips that have passive arts gen, this is the second highest active in terms of arts per second.
Um, all right. I think
I
really
would put
guess.
this at the end of S tier.
All right, nice. This one is pretty fucking mid. I'm not gonna lie.
It is pretty straightforward. Yeah,
Like,
it's
cause I feel like there's a better equip from Ninja Saga that doesn't have a downside. Where was it? Was it this one? No. There was like a sword in Ninja Saga that gives increase all allies earth damage by 30% for 10 seconds, and it gives you skill CT.
It is the Sakumos, I think, the green
This,
guy's true weapon.
yeah, Stormblade Suji Kaze. It's like the farmable version of his true weapon.
Yeah,
And then,
true weapon version does that too.
oh, it does? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
True weapon is like 40%, I think. Let me check again, but yeah, it is 40%.
increase all allies. Yeah, 40%. And it has a faster cooldown by 15 or 10 seconds.
Yeah. It is not worth farming. The upside of this is just the artisan, and it's not even worth it all.
Yeah. But then this one is like the same damage up. Increase. It reduces all allies arts by 20, increases all allies damage up by 40%. So it's 20%, 20 seconds less cooldown. So you have more uptime, but only 40% AoE. Like, I'd rather not reduce the 20% arts.
No.
It's kind of.
No, I thought it was 20 arts up because I never use that equip.
No,
It's
it's.
20 arts down. That's straight up dog shit.
Yeah. I mean, unless you use it like at the end of the nuke, I guess you could, like. But at that point, I'd just. Even if it's not dark unit, Nox just does the same thing without reducing damage. Or
Yeah.
arts, I mean.
Yeah, the only upside is just that it's overall just earth damage up, not
Yeah.
magic or physical. It's earth damage. Like, that's the only upside, but even then, it's the true equip from the ninja guy.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Because, like, at this point, like, there's no difference. Like, this would just be used in nukes. Since you're just arts down, you'd only use it after everyone did their arts. So it's like, at that
Yep.
point, the uptime with having a faster cooldown than his true weapon doesn't really matter. So it's just kind of shit.
Yep.
D tier. Should we make an F tier?
Nah, I'd say D tier is good because there is guys out there that don't have the RBGs to get the true equip. So I guess it's a good farmable either way.
All right, this one. I remember seeing some potential in this, but I don't remember what it does.
Hmm.
Here it is. All right. Reduces all allies attack by 50% for 15 seconds and reduces all allies 80% of damage taken for 3 hits for 15 seconds.
Hmm.
I think I just saw potential in this for the attack down to do some testing. I don't think I actually cared about it as an equip.
I don't think this is good.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even know one boss that does only one attack per true art, for example. I don't even know any boss that does that.
I could think of like Oldius's like when he faints everyone and then does that one hit. That could
Yeah,
be decent for
yeah.
80% damage res.
Might be.
Or like if we're in like one punch crossover and doing a Specs Hyper or some shit. No, wait, no, because we don't even fight Saitama in the Specs Hyper. And in the new
No,
Specs
we don't.
Hyper
They
with the new
removed it.
Saitama, yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, this shit's just
So
ass.
yeah, this is below the previous item. This is actually F tier. If there is an F
Yeah.
tier.
I just like it for like testing with the attack down. There's like one other equip, the Omega Eraser equip that also does like damage or attack down. So I used these together at one point to do some testing for stuff, but all right, Despair, W equip.
Yeah, Despair is next. Holy shit, that item is so fucking OP.
I like Despair more than the Alpha boots, I'm not gonna lie. Or Delta boots, I mean. Or whatever the Delta thing, I'm pretty sure it was her boots, right?
I don't even know what that shit does, but the Despair is way better than that. Look, I farmed 22 dupes of this equipment just to max it out, 2 of them.
Right.
I have a video recorded just for that, and this thing is just overpowered in my opinion.
I think Delta is obvious. This is pretty obvious. Uh,
Like, yeah.
Here's Delta boots. 3k fire damage fizz, 300 break, 20-second CT. Reduce enemies' physical resistance by 15% for 30 seconds.
15% for 30 seconds, but
On a
it has a
20-second CT.
20-second. Nah, I'm good, bro.
But it also doesn't take your health. That's the other side. But I still like Despair more because you just get more physicals down.
Yeah, Despair is just, nah, next level. It is next level. And even at that point, I would just, I usually put Despair on heal comps, and it's just overperforming on any comp that uses heals.
Yeah. Also, if you just have any passive heals, like even if it's just 1 heal per second or some shit, and you just start
Yeah.
barrier or taunt, then as long as you don't take damage, you'll never die from it.
Yeah, as long as you are 2 HP and you use it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. Next, this one, I think this one's
It is decent. That is decent. That is one of the only defense equips for mimes that I have maxed out.
Reduces all
It is physical damage resistance by 35%.
and attack
It is really good.
by 70%.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that bad though, because if you have Hoka, you can just NA and get the attack back plus more.
Yeah, it is not bad at all. Like, it's a very, very, very viable option for defense comps.
I honestly though, I feel like I'd rather use Bizet's Apron.
Which one?
Bizet's Apron.
What's that?
It's slightly less uptime because this is a little more than half uptime, but also it's 5% more damage res. It's 40% DR for 20
don't,
seconds.
I don't think I'm listening to the name of the equip very well. What was the name?
Bizet's Apron from Fate.
Oh, Bazet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I don't have that equip. I've never heard of that before.
So it recovers all allies' HP by 1500 and reduces all allies' fizz damage taken by 40% for 20 seconds on a 40-second CT. So
It
it's
is.
slightly less uptime, slightly more damage res, while also giving heals and doesn't lower your attack.
It is not bad, but for people like me that have not touched the equips on that crossover much, it's like, yeah, this is good. This is actually good. Even though, like, there's not much cases I use this. It's actually nice.
I think it's like maybe bottom of A, top of B.
Yeah.
Where do you think?
Either or, it doesn't matter. We'll just sort them at the end.
Yeah. We'll put it in B just to have more variety. We could put it in A if there's more in B later on. All right.
Omega Mordora.
Great.
Yeah, it is in this undisputed S. In my opinion, either S or top of the A tier.
I think it's definitely S. I don't know if I would put it above this though, because Earth Nuking is with the mag slot is kind of niche. It's like just Veldora right now.
Yeah.
but that's pretty good equip.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over what it does for the stream just for a second.
It is 80% earth damage up and attack up. And how much arts gauge down is it?
50, and it lasts 15 seconds. Plus has 10% mag damage up passive too.
Yeah, it is really good. Like you do true art or super art on one unit, and you press this. Doesn't matter the arts reduction.
Yeah, exactly. Like this was goaded on Deadmaster. It's good on
Yeah,
Veldora too.
yeah. It's
Pretty
like a
good.
staple item. It's a really staple item for Earth.
Has decent uptime too. It's like 1/4 uptime.
Mm-hmm.
If you MLB it, which I don't know who would because more of a nuking item, but I guess if you're using Veldora and sustains, you could.
Yeah.
All right, this one is. I remember this was like broken on OG Liza because of her passive. It just like brought it down to like fucking 5 seconds or so.
Yeah, yeah. I've abused that equip too. It's just that the arts gauge down just hurts in some cases.
Yeah.
Like you get to spam it, but the arts gauge down is just hurts. It's a pain in the ass to deal with.
Also, the max HP down is kind of
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because if you're
Like
spamming the shit out of it, that's decent chunk of HP. That's like
yeah, it is.
ends up
That's
being more damage than Despair gives.
yeah.
But 6% for 40 seconds. But also, I don't like how it has an HP condition. You got to be over 20% while it's also trying to
Yeah.
bring you under 20%.
It's
It's kind of rough.
it is conditional. Like you need to build around. You need to build a comp around the equip. It's not really that good. If you desperately need something for damage resistance down, you can just abuse Nemesis Crow or like
Yeah.
something else that actually gives damage resistance down.
I just remember Bird saying this shit was busted on like OG Liza like a couple years back.
I know.
And
Yeah, I abuse that. Like I've gone with Lisa. So there's a build with you know the Godzilla collab.
yeah.
So there was one equip, Vulture, was it called?
Oh,
It
that
gave
gave the CT and stuff?
yep that and Melia's enchantment on Lisa. You got fan shorts on someone else, and you ended up with was it 120, 130% average equip CT up, and you abused the shit out of equips with this.
Yeah, man, I won't. Godzilla rerun win?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this might be like C tier. Not great, but kind of
yeah,
usable.
it is mid C tier. Like
Yeah.
it has uses, but it's very niche in my opinion. You need to build around it for it to make sense.
All right. This one, I think, is better than the water one because it's just stats down. You're not like consistently taking damage. Passive 50% damage up. Like I use this in my Malim free practice, my battle Malim free practice, and my Senraku free practice. Uh,
Mm,
pretty, I think it's pretty solid equip, but obviously not going to be used too much in like real stuff. I only ever used it in free practice.
yeah, reels like you can just instead of this, you can just have the Toothmon sword,
Yeah.
and it's gonna make way more sense. Like it's way better, no downtime, no nothing, and it's 70% up, as far as I remember.
Oh, wait. That doesn't that require like two other equips in comp though?
It does. But those equips altogether are just way too OP. Like you use 3 Toothmon equips. The physical one is 70% crit damage up. The magic one gives you 2 arts gauge per second passive, and the defense one is like 20% crit damage now, crit res up.
Yeah. I remember I like to use the chicken tiara, the bull cat crown,
Yeah,
and
those are
the
really good.
Toughmon staff, like the mag support
Yeah.
and heal on Deal Rim to give him passive crit, so that way he has 200% crit for Falling Nova.
Yep. I use that too.
It's
Thing
pretty
is that
good.
comparing this to Toothmon is like day and night in my opinion. That equip is way better. This is the downgraded version and it's just for fire, right?
Yeah, this is just for fire. But
Yeah.
also another problem is I don't think many people can get that high in ruins. Like we might be
Oh,
able to, but that's like kind of a even though it's technically a free farmable, it's like hard to get for a lot of people,
yeah.
if not impossible.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's kind of makes it
I would
tough.
put I would put this in A tier too, but
Well,
next to that other one, yeah.
yeah.
Either above that or below. I don't think it makes any difference.
I think water's just better right now than fire, so I'd probably put it.
Yeah.
Um, I wish these were swapped for their passives. Honestly, I wish the water was stats down and the fire was taking damage. Because imagine how much better this would be on like Shishio.
Yeah.
Just bringing him low and keeping him low, like so you don't gotta like spam TA a couple times to get him low. That would be so nice.
Yeah.
And then, because like I don't want to put grief on him because I feel like that's a waste once he's at 1 HP and then I just can't use it anymore. But if it was like the passive over time, then he would just get low and stay low while having
Yeah.
passive damage.
It's whatever, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The Tasman's sword is so good because it's like that 70% up, but it's also 50% damage up if you're fire on the active, 30% if you're not
Yeah.
fire. Arts damage up too, so it doesn't matter if you're fizz or mag.
Yeah.
Um, all right. This shield has the possibility of being OP, but is never going to be OP.
Hmm.
Let's make an eraser whip. It reduces target's damage by 100%. That doesn't matter. This would be something that you throw into a taunt. Uh, and damage taken by number of status elements times 15%. So let's say you got like Vulcans and comp or some shit, and then Mavlocalypse on the taunt or whatever, and then boss gives blind or some shit, or boss gives like some other status ailment, or I don't know, whatever the crap. And then you also got like the Luana shoes that self blind. You could get
Yeah.
like 60 to 75% damage res on almost half uptime. That's
Yeah.
pretty good, but also like that is so unrealistic that it's just not gonna ever work out like that.
No, 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 no. Not gonna work.
Plus, sacrificing like an equip slot for Mevlocalypse like that when you could just have a Summoner's Road equipped with passive toe, it's
Yep.
just not as good. But I remember like using it one time. I got it to do that like one time. It was like a boss gave me Envenom, and then I gave like 3 other statuses to my unit, and then I got like 70%, 75% DR, and it was I survived the boss nuke because he gave Envenom and Paralyze. It was Elp
Yeah.
on SR time.
Nice. Yeah. It's a good equip, but
It's just
it's way too conditional.
yeah,
It's you.
it's like D
Yeah.
honestly.
Yep.
I'd put it below this because at least this isn't conditional, even though it is only 3 hits.
Yeah.
Um, all right, tiers, S tier, I think.
Yeah. It's undisputed in my opinion. Like nobody should say any different.
So good because I used this for compendium farm for a while. Now I'm back to Axis now that I finally got enough luck arts on my Roy to where I don't need it. But
Compendium farm?
yeah,
Why would you need that for compendium?
because my Roy was at like if I used Axis on my Roy, he'd be at like 295, so I needed an extra 5 arts. So I just used this and then had
Oh,
I just had the defense ultra relic on Momon, so he wouldn't die anyways.
no, I see.
It was pretty good. It was like a 1.75 to 1.8 clear typically. But
Mm-hmm.
I switched to Saito because he could just one man. So even if it's like 2 seconds slower, I'm getting a whole extra unit farmed because I don't need
Yep.
Momon anymore.
Yeah.
Uh, I think this is
It is on
above.
the top. On
Yeah.
the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Way on the top.
Some of these are actually pretty good too.
Hmm.
Like the damage up is pretty solid. And then you can also have some freeze reservation. It's kind of whatever, it's only 10%, but I don't know. This one I actually use a lot because I use it for Ifrit, Crest
If
Palace.
Cresta. Okay.
I what I do is instead of Genos, I use Takamichi, and then I
Hmm.
have it on him, and then I use Momon, and I just have him give it to Momon last wave for the damage up, and then just one taps the boss.
Nice.
It's like
It's
a
actually
really fast clear. Actually, wait, I think it's like 2 point
something that
something.
you can also abuse for that one is bringing lifesteal on Momon or anyone that you want to bring up on HP.
Yeah,
It's
Momon
just
doesn't do damage last wave though. That's the problem. He's just there for the passive.
yeah, yeah. I use this too. It's okay. It's a good item.
Yeah,
It's not S tier. It's definitely not S tier, but it is A tier.
yeah. I think it's like good for that first time. Like you just need that like
Yeah.
heal real quick. But I think like 10% heals on 25 seconds, even after it's like fully used out. It's definitely not good, but it's not like terrible, so it's still like somewhat usable. And I like how it's single target too, because there's a lot of times where I want to keep like a
Only
single
one
target
unit alive.
healed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I don't like if I'm using a taunt, for example, I don't want to be healing taunt, but if I'm using like OG Emp or some shit and he's taking his health away, I still need to be able to heal him, and I don't want to like waste a slot on Zex. I'd rather use his true weapons.
Obvious. Yeah. Next one. Ifrit helmet. It gives barrier.
This is the attack down one. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
I got the 4 star and 5 star mixed up. I didn't know if this was the attack down or the crit res down one. It beats damage taken for by 8k. I feel like at this point just use ultra relic, right? Break power up is something I guess for a defense slot, but it's only 12%. It's not like insane.
I mean, at that point, just use dual arms, which is from floor 15 of Tower of Trials.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, definitely that break. The actual break will do better than the 12% break
Yeah.
power up.
Mhm. It's actually way more useful. This is,
It's
if you want
just
to use the barrier, instead just bring damage resistance.
yeah, or just bring ultra relic or something.
Yeah.
I think this is D tier.
Hmm. I would say this is like D tier.
I think it's above.
It it is above those two,
Yeah,
definitely, man. It's still like it can keep you alive. It's not conditional at all.
yeah. The attack down does kind of suck though. 100% is a lot. You're gonna be
Yeah,
doing
it's
no
like
damage if you don't have
it,
attack up.
it's like this is a final resort to live. Like you, after you nuke the boss, like there is one those bosses that just kill you after you nuke them. It's like final resort. You don't need to deal any more damage, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's still conditional even in those cases. So it's like yeah, D tier. It keeps you alive. That's all. Nothing much.
this one is just garbage. I th- I think I'm pretty sure the stats up stacks with most things.
It does.
So if you're trying to like get your stats up, it's something I guess. But like I don't know if like a Saito nuke or some shit. I don't know, but I feel like it's just unoptimal. At that point, I'd
It
rather
is.
just put fucking Shiro outfit for the damage up.
Yeah.
The arts is only like 5 APS for 20 seconds. It's like kind of slow. I'd rather just do bunny PJs or something if I was going for the
Yeah.
arts.
Yeah. Like I used to use this thing when you know the Miku Cherry thingy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's the same thing with the stats up. It's just that this is overtime and that's instant.
yeah.
It's like it is whatever. It is whatever.
Also,
It's like people can just farm axes instead of this, and it's yeah no
yeah, the APS is terrible too with how long that cooldown is.
yep
This thing's just garbage. I think this is like probably here.
at the bottom. I would put it at the bottom honestly. It's even worse than those two.
Yeah, true. I guess it's not really hard to have two status elements, so you can have at least 30% damagers
Yeah
on that one.
yeah.
Like if boss envenoms and gives paralyze or some shit.
Yeah.
Although I wonder, do you think it has to be different status elements? Like I wonder how well this would work for ESR4.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
I've never thought of that honestly. I don't even have the item to test it, but I think it should have like multiple ailments of the same type should stack on that. Should.
Yeah, I think it just says damage. It's just damage taken by number of status elements. So I don't think it's
Yeah.
like has to be unique ones.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might actually be pretty good for.
But it is still conditional, and the uptime is less than half. So
Yeah,
I would say it's it's good where it is, like D tier. It might go up to C tier when you can abuse it, but no,
yeah.
not higher.
Not to mention, attack down would suck because if you're using a taunt, then they don't do damage. And if
Yeah.
you're using a taunt, you already have enough damage res, it's already easy. And then
Yep.
if you're not using a taunt, it's still single target, so it's still not really helpful.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, never mind. That shit's still.
Mm-hmm.
Right. SST is. I feel like it used to be really good, but I like never use it anymore because there's just better damage up equips out now.
Yeah, there's better stuff. Honestly, right now, support equips that give arts per second and provide more sustain are just way better than this.
Yeah, like I love my two most used equips right now are probably the Homeraba summer uniform and Epsilon plush.
Those are good. Yeah,
I
those are
use
really
those
good.
constantly.
Like for me, it's Lisa skirt, Epsilon plush, Narberal headdress. Even though Narberal headdress doesn't stack with Epsilon plush, I still use them. And
Well, they even though they don't like stack on top of each other, they'll still like heal. Like if one's active and you
yeah,
use another one,
they'll
it's
still,
still.
yep, they still heal. And the Rimuru uniform, the Rimuru's clothes, the new equip, the what is it called? The
Mantle.
Demon Lord Rimuru clothes that give
Oh, the Hakama?
the I don't know what it's called. It's just that it's the Demon Lord's equip,
Is it
and
the
it
attack up
gives
one or the HP up?
the HP up one.
Oh, that's his mantle.
Yeah, his mantle. Yeah, like I perma use those equips even if they're not together. It's just staple because they give so much sustain in comps. You
Yeah,
just bring damage and you bring those equips. You just perma heal. Like does not even matter.
those are pretty good. I also like the Shuna plush, but I haven't really gotten around to use it yet because I don't really use demons that much.
Yeah, but still, this is still the highest arts per second equip in the whole game.
Um, what is it exactly?
If I remember correctly, it is 4.6 arts per second.
Whoa, what? Oh, are
Yeah,
you do you do the like the whole team arts kind of APS thing?
yeah, I can do that too.
Oh, I usually do it based on the single
You do it on
target.
single target.
Yeah, like this is like for example, I would say this is like 1 point. I think it's like 1.6 or some shit APS, but for everyone. And then the single target would just be higher arcs per second because it's single target.
Mm,
But I mean, it's a given that of course it's going to be higher arcs per second because it is a single target. So
yeah,
like, even if the numbers don't match, like it makes AOE look like they're giving less arts. It's fine because it's giving it to everyone. So I feel like either way it works. I don't
yeah.
know.
And crit damage up, maximum arts gen. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It is actually really good. Even if you sabotage your HP, it's actually good.
What's that attack up passive is kind of nice.
it is whatever. Like, it's better than nothing, but it
Yeah.
doesn't change much.
Alright.
I'd say this is S tier.
You could put it on like Saito or something. That attack would help.
Mm, this is good.
Yeah.
This is S tier in my opinion.
I
You can
think
put it
it's
at the
like
middle, around the end. Yeah.
here. I think here just because there's just better sub clips out now, and I like just never use it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just weren't around for those crossovers, it's 100% gonna be your go-to equip.
Yep.
This one I do not remember what it is.
No, I have not checked that out though.
Great. Reduces water and light units damage taken by 25%, and all allies' status element resistance by 30%. So the status element down res
Mm,
by for 15 seconds. So it's half uptime, 25% DR. That's pretty good for a 4-star def,
yeah,
but it's conditional to water and light units.
it is not bad. You can use it.
I think it's like B tier, probably C tier, top C tier, mid B tier, or something.
Yeah, yeah, around that range.
Because I feel like most 4-star def, like if they get even close to 25%, like Remkini, it's like 1/3 or less uptime. Like Remkini
Mm,
is 25% damage res, but it's 10-second CT, 10-second uptime on 35-second CT. Of course,
yeah,
it also does the cleanse too, but and the status res for seal and curse, but still,
yeah. This is good. Yeah, the rating is like you said.
it's like put it like here. I would have to check again what the Omega version does. I already forgot.
You talking about the stereo one?
Yeah, this one. The Omega one. Yeah, I definitely think it's better than the Omega one. So I'm gonna just leave it there because the Omega one is like
Oh yeah.
conditional to status elements. Not as many bosses get status element. Just them have like res to the burn, blind, and whatever the third one was. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This one. It's 3 or 4-star. Reduce all allies' fire damage taken by 30% for 15 seconds. 100% chance of freezing your own self for 7 seconds. I think that's pretty good. 30% damage res, half uptime for a 4-star def is really good.
It is. It is.
I think the freezing thing isn't really too much of a problem because you can just bring cleanse in a 4-star def slot, or sorry, in 4-star support slot, or you can
Yeah.
start 4-star heal. Dang, that took me 3 tries.
That's fine. That's fine.
And then if you just have this, like, or if you have like a cleanser in your comp or something, I feel like freeze is like,
The freeze still applies even though you have resistance, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, I think it does. It's just like the Luana boots, it just blinds you no matter what.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like similar to the 5-star Wilkes equip because it's like, yeah, that is kind of a shitty downside, but at least freeze you can cleanse, and this is really good for defense equip.
Yep.
My only thing is, I still think I would prefer Ganon sandals, honestly.
Aren't those like 10%? 10 seconds?
It's 8 seconds, but
8 seconds, yeah.
45% damage
45.
res, and it stacks with itself.
Yes.
So that's like, so if you just have 2 of those, you have 90% instant damage res for, even though it's like less uptime, it's still like, that thing is just OP.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because like,
And those are limited to summer, but you usually get those as fodder items. Like you can
yeah,
always get them.
yeah, they're in like every banner because they're only a 3-star, so they're like always like the random shit you can just get from
Yeah.
any pool.
Happened one time to me. I just got 4 of them just from one pool. It's yeah,
Uh,
no.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the boss if you really need that extra uptime, or if it's something like Ganon where it's just like every arts you just need damage res, but otherwise he's not doing much.
Yeah, I would obviously I would just use them in nukes. Like if there's any fireboss that needs that long of a uptime, like 15 seconds, I will just use those over Ganons, honestly.
Yeah. I think maybe like A tier.
A tier. Around the top, A tier.
It's like here.
Next to each other, yeah.
All right. This one, I used to use this all the time on Gray. This was really good. And I also used it even off of Gray. I just used it on anyone because I didn't have any other uh damage up um 4-star fizz because I'm pretty sure I
Hmm.
missed Annulus my first mines run.
Hmm.
Also, not to mention, it's just I'm pretty sure the 20% of it is just generic damage up. Yeah, it
Yep,
increases. So
it
it
is.
even works on mag units too,
Yep.
like Waikatsu or something. Although I don't know if you'd want to use this on Waikatsu since it drains his HP and all of his stuff is stupid ass HP condition. I hate that about him so much, man. I really do. It's so dumb. Um,
Honestly, it's a good equip. It is a good equip.
yeah,
But like, is there any case where I would put this over Godzilla Gem, for example,
yeah,
or
or like
nah,
Annulus.
or Annulus, or like what was else? Alpha Boots.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't, honestly. Even at that point, there is Summoner's Road item. Not Summoner's Road, sorry. What is it called?
Grand Battle.
Fucking yeah, Grand Battle.
Yeah, I think it's like B tier or A tier, maybe.
At the end of B tier, top. No, at the top of B tier or end of A tier.
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's
Yeah,
here
should be good.
or here. That's tough. I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's better than the defense equip than the first defense equip. I
So it
wouldn't say
says
it's
like here.
better. Yeah,
All right. Yeah, that looks good. All right. This one isn't it similar to the 5-star version? No, no. Oh, this is literally just
it's just
Ram
increases.
headdress, but reduces your arts.
Yeah,
Although I guess it does have better uptime, but still, that's kind of. I'd
yeah.
rather
No,
just
I'm good.
Annulus.
I would always skip this item. Honestly, anything is better than this.
Yeah, this is just. I think this is like.
Yeah, around the end.
This one's tough because I feel like the stats up can somewhat be useful, like if you just have nothing else to use or some shit. But
I would put this rock bottom. Honestly,
yeah, it's just kind of garbage. Weak element too is like so conditional. Like you gotta
yeah.
have the like that's just
Nah.
you gotta have the right unit element and the right boss. That's just shitty. Um, 4-star
Mm,
defense. This one's pretty
that
good.
is. I love that item. I love that item. I use that when boss has crit. It's actually very good.
Yeah, this is pretty solid. Because if they only crit, you don't even have to worry about the downside.
Yep.
I've been using
Any
Albedo Dress a lot,
that is good
but
too.
I think I might switch to this. I just never had this MLB, so I never used it. But yeah, I might just MLB this and start using this instead of Albedo
Like
Dress.
yeah, it is 25-second cooldown. It is very nice actually.
Albedo Dress is 15-second on 40-second cooldown.
Yeah.
I think they're actually around this. Pull the calculator. 15 divided by
Yeah, Albedo Dress is 15 seconds uptime on a 40-second cooldown.
Oh shit. Okay.
This
That goes
this is
in
way
2.5 times. Albedo goes in 2.6 times. So I think this is like slightly less or slightly more
downtime.
uptime than Albedo dress.
Less downtime, yep. But again, it's only against critical
Yeah.
damage dealers. Because like if you have a boss that deals normal damage alongside critical damage, it's just fucked.
I do really like how Albedo's lasts 15 seconds, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This one's tough. Uh, now I'm just
At the at
deciding
the
whether I'm
end,
switching to this or still using Albedo's wrist.
lol. Yeah, I would say beta dress is really good, but since it's tied to crossover gacha, it's now it's like yeah, yeah, yeah. It is for privileged people at some point because not many like have that item.
Yeah. I think this is definitely at like A tier.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably like of the 4-star boots, you think? Or
Mhm. I mean, next to each other, it wouldn't matter which is upper.
yeah. All right. This one,
I've never used that.
it's kind of mid. I guess if you really need to like equip nuke or something, it's decent because it's an 11k multiplier on a 4-star equip. Where is this? Dude, I cannot find it. There it is. So that's like pretty solid um multiplier for a 4-star equip. That's really good, but like at the same
Mm.
time, is that even a thing anymore? Like equip nuking like that? Like I feel like we have enough damage up to where we could just get everything done with just our 5-star equips. We don't need help from a 4-star.
Yeah. 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 Even at that point, just bringing buffs is better than bringing multipliers on the 4-star.
Yeah, I feel like bottom of C tier just for being unique, maybe, or
Yep.
lower in D.
Bottom C is good.
All right, this one is pretty similar to the 5-star version, but for Magres, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this is like half uptime, so that's pretty good for defense, 4-star defense. Not like insane, but pretty good. And then reduce all allies' magic damage taken by 20%, but also reduces physical res by 20%, and it gives skill CT passive by just 5%. Feel
That's a
like
fine.
it's decent.
Yeah. Like
Like,
for this, I have no comment. I wouldn't use this over Elastomer suit.
yeah, I don't have elastomers though, and the fact that this lasts 25 seconds is, I feel
Yeah.
like that's like pretty good. Like you could use this like now I'm trying to just think where I would even use this.
Hmm.
I feel like if you have like a fast enough nuke, you could hit this on Fina, and then like in Delia Nova, and then it'll last all through Fina and through Prophecy too.
Yeah.
Or mid nuke, I mean. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't really do that anymore. I used to do Prophecy. I used to let her hit Prophecy just so that she wouldn't do another arts between half nuke and end nuke. But
Yeah.
now that it's just way more damage, like we don't even have to do that. Like we just kill without her doing a single normal arts, anyways.
Yep.
So fuck. I don't know. Kind of
It
feel like
is.
it's
It is.
decent, but
It is decent, but I don't see this saving much.
yeah, maybe like top of C tier.
Like what units would have 4-star defense slot that you can use on a magic damage dealing boss?
Yeah,
Like all I can think of it's maybe Momon or someone that you MLB 6 7 like Albedo or what else? Diablo.
yeah. It's kind of yeah.
It's like it is conditional. Like you wouldn't see this used everywhere. Meanwhile, if you use Elastomer, for example, you also get the status ailment resistances like paralysis, poison.
Yeah, that was before my time though. Sadly, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah, I think top of C tier is fine for a decent
Hmm.
defense equip, but not really many places to use it.
Okay.
All right.
This is the free-to-play version poison.
Yeah, I would honestly rather just farm Goron Charge.
Yeah.
20% more of a chance to
I mean,
poison.
the slot difference. Goron Charge is physical, this is
Because, yeah,
magic. Yeah. It is like your go-to item, in my opinion. Goron Charge, I think, procs more than this.
yeah. Plus, I'd rather use the mag slot for poison res down instead of a poison
Yeah.
equip,
Yeah.
and then just have someone else with Goron Charge or some shit. But
Hmm.
I mean, it
It's not very
is,
often that you get poison items.
yeah. And
It's actually very valuable in my opinion. Like B tier, bottom B tier or C tier is good.
yeah, it's the only 4-star mag to poison too. But
Yeah.
also another thing is you don't want to enhance this.
Why not?
So
It's
I leave mine unenhanced because here I'll switch my share screen so you can see this. One second. Um, change stream. All right, go to. Can you see it?
yeah, I can see.
So look, I'm in the enhanced screen, right? So look at this. It's still 50% chance to poison, but if you enhance it, you increase the damage taken down.
Man, I don't think it matters. It's just 10%.
I mean, yeah,
It's
but like,
so fucking small it wouldn't even matter. But yeah, if you're min maxing stuff, I guess you do that.
yeah, I mean, it does give you more attack, I guess, because it increases the attack, but I mean,
No, that's it. That shit just fucks up my OCD. I just want my items enhanced.
yeah, yeah, so I don't enhance mine. But yeah, I think it's like definitely usable as like free poison and the only 4-star Magda poison, but I don't think it's like great or anything. So definitely
It is
like
good.
B top of
It is
C.
usable. It is usable, not conditional at all, unless the boss cannot be poisoned.
Yeah, I think it's like right here just because
Yeah.
yeah, free poison. And I use it. I do actually use it in the leaderboard on chapter 24 challenge quest.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Light Dragon, I use it. Um Annulus, S tier.
Yep. Yep. I would say it is S, but it is below Sacred Treasure.
Oh, okay. I honestly, if I have a 4-star Fizz slot, it's one of two equips, Annulus or Grief for me. Like it depends on the comp. Like if I have heals or barrier, then I'll use Grief. But if I don't, or if they're like an HP conditional unit, then I would use Annulus.
Like honestly, the only unit that I would use this on is like just Shadow.
Yeah, like I used the Sun Shadow for a while until I got him LB7. Now I don't use it on him because he's LB7.
Yeah. So I only use this on Shadow, honestly, because either Shadow or Summer. What's her name? Forgot. Summer
uh
Mio. Yeah, Summer Mio.
oh,
Those
yeah.
two.
I just use Grief on her.
Like those two, I just use the what's the name of the equip? I always forget this equip. Man, can you remind me the name of the equip?
What does it do?
This equip that we're talking about.
Oh, Annulus.
Annulus, yes. I
Yeah,
forget it. Now, I only used it on those two just because nuking. Okay?
yeah,
But if I were to use Grief on Shadow, his passive would just get fucked up. I
yeah,
hated that it gets reduced by 30% and his like passive is like 70%. It's like yikes.
yeah.
So
It's
yeah, that's
kind
the
of
only
annoying.
case I use this.
I would use it on like I'm looking through units right now. Uh, I kind of just
But I do want to do some swapping on the S tier, like swapping wise.
yeah. Um, shit. Now that I'm looking, see who I would use this on, because
Like gray, maybe wave clear. Or what else?
Grief is just better.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. I'd probably use Mako Knuckles on Alpha, because
Yeah.
uh, her skill, you're losing some arts. You're losing like around 2 APS if you use Grief on her because her skill wants her above 80% HP.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but even then, I would probably just use Mako Knuckles for skill CT over Annihilus.
Yeah. Like this is for damage dealers that don't have HP problems.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like fine. But I would put this over the wheel case equip and below the sacred treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, the Faint's
Because
kind of annoying.
yeah, so I would never use Wilkes equip more than annuals. Never.
All right. All right, moving on. Articore, insanely broken, best 4-star defense right now because you do not get the res down that's supposed to give you. It's just free 40% damage res and a little bit of max HP up.
Yeah, I got no comment about this one. It's just pretty straightforward. Nothing else to say about this.
Yeah, it is only 10 seconds uptime, and so you can't like use the big damage res against something like a fallen nuke that takes like 23 seconds to hit you.
Yeah.
And it is only like 1/5 uptime, so it's kind of shitty uptime, but
Like the one
40%
place,
damage is insane.
that I perma use this. I didn't know that the damage res taken, like damage res down, was a bug. I always use this on chapter 21, the Berwick chapter, I think. Yes. So I use this on my auto nuke, right? The boss just nukes you. It just fucks you up. You just use this, and it's just instant. Like you just defend everything.
Here I could show you this. There we go, vertical. Um,
And I envy people with Saito.
yeah, I had to pity him, and then I got him this second time after spending a bunch more. So you get the
So it's
damage res, right?
0.49. So it's 1050.
And then after 10 seconds,
So at 1050 it should be
it's just over.
what?
No damage res down.
Wait, it keeps going on though.
Huh? Oh no, that's
Yeah.
Roy's Phantom Bullet, Roy's leader passive. That's the Fizz res. So at
Oh,
30 seconds that should end because yeah,
okay.
that was just
It scared me
Roy's.
for a moment. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was Roy's. He was Roy was leader in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty broken.
So
It is actually pretty broken.
I think it's S tier honestly because of that.
Yeah. I would put this next to Arachnid Tears. Now that I know that it's bugged out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Next to that or Grief or Despair.
All right, Akane Hitoe. I use this all the
I
time
always use
on
that. Yeah.
Hoka.
Okay, yep. Either
Uh,
Hoka or Beta. I use that.
yeah. But now that my problem is now that we have Saito as the main DPS, it's not going to stack.
Yeah.
But that's also just a temporary problem. It's not going to be a permanent thing.
Man, that's privileged people problems. I don't have Saito. I always use that shit.
Yeah, this is really good for mono water because there's no like damage risk down besides J, and I don't use J because I think he's mid.
Yeah.
So I think it's easily
It,
like
S tier it is, in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
think it's
Like imagine Stratega,
here.
it is a 5-star equip, but this is the 4-star version, and there is no other version like this.
Yeah, and it has half uptime too, so it's insane
Yep.
uptime. Put it on
It is
Hoka, you have like 2/3 uptime on this shit.
dumb.
I think
Yeah, next to
it's
Breeze.
yeah, I
It
think
is above SST. Like I don't use SST half as much as I use Akanehito.
yeah. Kanehito is in like almost every comp I use if I'm using
Yep,
Hoka.
yep.
All right, still a boat. I use this. This is my go-to 4-star heal equip for actual heals. If I need cleanse, obviously I'll use something different. If I need blessed, obviously I'll use blessed. But if I just need heals, this is my go-to equip. Unless it's for light units, because obviously then Bet's Fault is better.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, this is my favorite heal equip. Because like, even with Puck's Pouch, first of all, I'm pretty sure that's 65-second CT, right? Instead of 60. Puck's Pouch.
Yeah, I don't have either this or Pax Pouch, and I'm happy that I don't have those because Grand Battle exists.
Yeah. Also, though, I don't want to like take up a whole slot just for a 4-star heal for Grand Battle because you only have 4 equip slots. You know, it's like that just feels like I don't know.
Yeah, it is whatever, but you can use it on Haruto. You can use this like
I never use heart. Not gonna lie.
you don't.
Nah.
Interesting.
All right. So
I don't know what that equip does though. Honestly, let me check it out.
um, Puck's Pouch heal all allies HP
No,
by
not
25%.
not the Pax Pouch. This item specifically, the Mines item.
Oh,
I have not farmed that.
so Puck's Pouch is 65-second CT,
Okay.
and this is 60-second CT. So this
Okay.
what this does is it's 20%, 20 or 30% status ailment res down for 20 seconds, but it heals you 30%, all allies by 30% on a 60-second CT. So it's 10% more heals than Iraros, but only 10-second longer CT. So it's much better heals than Iraros. And
Isn't your rose 40 seconds?
it's 50-second CT for 20% heals, pretty sure. Double check that. Yeah, 50-second CT. And then Puck's Pouch is
Yeah, Pax Pouch, the
65-second
deluxe
CT.
version. Yeah.
So it's 5-second longer CT, but heals all allies by 25%, and then an additional 25% for the lowest HP units.
Yeah.
Now, I'm confused about this because I don't have it, so I've never known this, but I'm pretty sure it's just the one unit with the lowest HP gets an additional 25% heals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That sounds so mid. I'd rather have more heals on everyone and a faster CT than have one random unit survive because they have more heals while everyone else just dies anyways, right? That just sounds like mid, in my opinion. Unless you
I
like
don't
have
know.
grief on one unit, so they're gonna be specifically less HP or something. I don't know.
Yeah, look, I think Pax Pouch is a staple when, for example, something like Emperor on chapter like 25, is it?
26.
26. Like, if that shit targets you, it's just gonna chunk you down to like 1 HP, for example. And if you think about it, 50% HP healed is a big deal.
But that's only on one unit.
Only on 1 unit, but that one unit is gonna get chunked because of crit rate up on 1 unit.
But I mean, like, I guess that's just if you only have one unit of that race though, because he like targets by race.
No, look, by race is the stun. Like the race
Oh, does he also
that
do the highest damaging unit? It gets
now the highest damaging unit is dealt critical damage by him.
now me personally though, I just wouldn't use a heal equip. I would just be fine with Narv dress and smart skirt.
Oh no, you're doing that. I mean about farming it.
Ah, although I do need to redo this. I haven't redone it with Roy. I was kind of waiting until I got LB7 beta, and now that I have her, I'm probably gonna redo it. Have
Yeah.
Keon on her, and then Ben Schwartz on Chloe.
But yeah, this stage is actually like Pax Pouch is very good at this. Because your highest damaging unit just gets nuked.
Yeah.
It does actually get nuked.
I guess that's pretty
50%
good.
healing, it just makes sense.
But I mean, yeah, I might just be biased since I don't have Pug's Pouch, but
Yeah, I don't either. Trust me, I do not. But I've used other people's units with it on mine, and it's just such a fucking difference maker.
I
Like seeing
usually
one
just
unit
prefer cleansing lines.
go from 40% back to like 100% HP is like, yeah, no. I'm a huge fan of healing equips.
Yep.
Like, you know my
Plus it's attack
Ultra
down.
Oldius. You know my Ultra Oldius equip, how much it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of healing equips, and it's like Box Pouch makes a huge difference. I didn't know about this Mine's equip. It seems really good, but I would honestly not use this over Hero Rosa.
Yeah. Also, it's 50% reduced status element for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's a lot worse. But I mean, I mainly just use this shit in like Nova or some crap where it doesn't even matter because there's no status elements. But I think it's like A tier at least because it is definitely like a big.
Mid or
Some of
bottom
the
A
best.
tier. Yeah.
I think it's like some of the best heals in a 4-star heal slot.
Yep.
Because even if Puck's Pouch is good for that thing that you're talking about, like with the targeted units, it's like that's
Yeah.
still like conditional to like if the stage even does that.
Yeah.
This equip used to be goated because it actually hit on auto. Now I like almost never use it unless I just need extra crit rate for like a leaderboard or some shit,
Yeah.
or just longer duration crit than Terra gives, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
I still think it's pretty decent though,
It is.
just
It
for
is.
the longer duration and extra crit.
Yeah. In the bottom or mid tier of tier A, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like I put it like here. I don't think it's above the defense.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching GS right now, not the tier list.
Oh, my bad.
No. But yeah. Oh.
I'm trying to think. Because I think like mid A, but like I don't know if because like I don't use it nearly as much as Stellar
I
Bow.
I thought you were talking about the healing equip, not this. This is actually really good.
Oh yeah.
So there is not champions, units where you need to be below a certain HP amount to do something.
Yeah, that's true.
This actually gets you there.
Like there's a 2-man nuke for Ganon with multi lag in helpers.
Yep.
Where you could use this and then Makan Zenketsu on Luvia. That'll get her low plus give you crit, and then you just do letter bag on Saito plus true weapon, and then you get his arts and.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
I would say it's like around the top. I use this a lot, way more than those defense equips.
Like here or here?
Yeah.
Because this other one is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, you can use it. You can put it next to that one. That's fine.
Yeah, probably that also.
Like that is one hell of an equip. I wouldn't like use those defense equips. I wouldn't use those over that.
All right, Soul Helios is very good because it's unique. The only like status res down equip, as far as I know.
Yep. It is.
And so that's really good. So it like stacks with all your other status res stuff down. So like burn res down.
It is very usable for disease.
I think this is
it is the only option for disease.
Yeah. I think this is S tier, honestly.
Yeah, it's the only equip of its kind. It's like, nah.
I'd put it like
next to Annulus, I think.
Yeah, probably like here.
Yep.
All right.
That's basically the same thing as the 5-star one.
Yeah, it's just crit res down instead of attack down.
Yeah.
Here, let me just. I don't know why I didn't just do this. Hold up. There, now you can see what I'm doing.
Nice.
I do not know why I didn't do that earlier. I'm kind of stupid. All right. So here we got. Doing it after the list is like basically almost over.
That's fine.
Alright, reduces crit resist by 50% and negates damage taken for a total of 1,000 for 15 seconds. 1,000 is like nothing, bro.
It is nothing. Like
And
the only usage for this, it would be on a unit that you want to take damage on.
yeah, exactly.
If Shuri had a this item and she had a defense slot, it would be this.
Yeah,
It would be this. Nothing else. But like, do you want any unit to take a lot of damage? Honestly, no. The only thing that I can imagine is like um ascended Celia. Like you wanna get uh, her mobs get killed faster, you use this.
yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, that
Um,
actually does sound decent, but also she's dog shit.
yeah, she's straight up dog shit, yes. Like this is the only usage you can get out of this item. Like straight up just getting the unit to get dealt more damage. It's dumb. Like put this at the end of the whole thing, probably, maybe F tier. Like
Probably here.
yeah.
At least this has like a decent barrier, but this is just useless.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, all right, grief.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah,
The best item of mine, honestly.
this is the minds equip.
Yeah, the mind's equip.
If you have to get any and let go of every other minds equip, grief is the one to get. This
Yeah.
shit is goaded. Max HP down level 3, so you get 30% HP down. Or 15%. It's 5% intervals, not 10. 15% max HP down. Takes 25% of your HP. Now this is 20% of your current HP, not
Current.
total HP.
Yeah.
So it'll take less and less as you go down, so you can use it for like a ton of uses, not just like 3 or 4 like to spare.
Yeah.
But increased attack by 30% and autofill arts by 2 for 10 seconds. So that's 20 arts and per every 10 seconds and perma 30% attack up. So this shit is like goaded.
You
Like,
know what's crazy to me? This item has been around for 5 fucking years, and there's been nothing better than this.
yeah, like it's kind of crazy and nothing
That-
even gets close. I think this is just one of those units. There's one of those equips that they just made thinking like, oh yeah, the taking damage is going to be so much of a downside with the max HP down that we don't even have to worry about it. And they didn't realize that just out healing it makes it just broken, and then you just ignore the downsides.
It is retarded. And the best thing is this sits on top of all 5-star equips.
Yeah, this is like the best phys equip.
Yeah.
All right. Um, holy.
All the earrings. Those are decent. Those are decent. I like them. I would put them bottom A tier or top B tier.
Increases equipment sync. Does that like slow down? Like
It is
increases the cooldown?
Yes, it slows down the equipment
Okay,
cooldown, but your skill city is way up, and it is
a
it
4-star. So that's
it stacks with all. I
oh, like
think
it stacks with like rags, pumpkin boots,
Ye-
and like
I,
elven clothes.
I think so. Yeah, Elven clothes doesn't stack with rags boots,
Yeah, yeah. I like
but
rotate them usually.
yeah, but I think this is like Parlot's summer clothes. I think
Oh, I want that so bad.
like this stacks with everything. I think.
Oh, all right. Let me use the enhanced one. Actually, it doesn't even make a difference, but whatever. I want to just
Yeah,
see.
try it with rugs boots. Doesn't matter. Or that, yeah.
All right, here we go.
But those two, if I remember correctly, those two stack.
All right. Well, they do. That's
Yep.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Like the only downside is the equip
Whips.
cooldown.
Which does kind of suck because then it makes it so this isn't half
Yep.
uptime.
Yep,
but
but
like,
if you need it on a stage that you use equips only once, like Aces, for
yeah,
example, it's actually OP.
that's pretty good. Miasma nukes. I never knew it stacked. I'm gonna start actually using that in my Miasma ruins comps.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. Where should we put that? I feel like A tier probably. Maybe like here, here.
Troll item.
Where do you think we should?
Yeah, A tier anywhere.
All right.
It's just way too good.
Nice.
But yeah, you know the troll item, the 5-star one.
Uh, this one?
That the one that you get
Oh,
from the main
Chronos.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chronos. Yes. So I wish they made that like this, but the upgraded version of this. Like
Oh,
that would be so much better instead of having a troll item.
yeah. All right. This thing is actually dog shit.
Yeah, it's useless. It's
Uh,
honestly useless.
I think it
The
has
only thing is
one use is the accuracy passive.
it heals blind, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's but also has accuracy passively. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the
Mhm.
only, if not the
But
only, 4-star
I
heal.
do think that it heals the most out of all equips. It heals 3,300 on one unit.
Yeah. I mean, if you have like 10k health or more and you're healing 30%
Yeah,
with Stella Bow, then
it would affect that. But if you got way less HP, this is the highest healing item.
yeah. Darling, if you
I
want to
think
join, my Discord is Pokenate28, like Pokenate 28. Just add me there. Someone in chat asked to join CPR.
oh
um, yeah, I think it's like only usable for target blind heal. Like if you, I don't know why you would want the others to be blinded, but if you did, like if you only wanted one unit to do damage or some shit, and for the
yeah.
accuracy passive, I think that's its
I
only
mean,
uses.
doesn't Keratos already cleanse blind?
Yeah, it
I
does.
think it does. No? Yeah.
This is target blind though. Like if you only want to heal a specific unit for some reason.
Yeah. Like bottom dig tiers.
Yeah, it's kind of garbage.
Like yeah.
It's like just very niche for that accuracy on a heal equip kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Four
Yep.
star heal equip. If you have a 5-star slot, then the Pala raids equip has 20% accuracy.
Yep.
All right, this is S tier 100%.
I would use this next to Grief. Like
Yeah,
if there would be like those two items are just the only reason you should do mine.
they're so good. I missed it my first time too. I like fought Pala like I think it was like something like 300 times or some shit. I mean, that was
Yeah.
my first time in mine, so I only got up to like floor like 90, so I wasn't that deep to farm equips. But like, I fought her so many times, bro. So many times. I almost bought out like half of the quartz shop just from Pala farming this, and it did not give it to me. I was so pissed, bro. I was so pissed.
Like this and Grief, I've been playing since 2020 on DS, and I thought that the game was only single player, not multiplayer, for the first fucking year. So I was solo for the whole thing. Now, I have not played mines for my first 2 years in the game, and I was so fucking sad to realize that the mines items were so broken. So I mined, I think 15 dignified and 10 griefs the next time it dropped. It's just, yeah, no. Those shits are like, those items are like way too broken.
No dignified 160. That wasn't even the end. Let me see. Oh, I guess it was 160. I guess I think I don't think I got it until like 300 on the next mines run though.
What was your highest quartz, like quartz, total quartz, not just shop quartz?
Um,
For me, it was like 500,000.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I ever even cared to check. Currently, I'm at my quartz currently is. I mean, I don't really mind that deep. Like right now, I'm only gonna go to 400 because there's a roll and CPR for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get the roll. That's it.
I've never mind beyond 100. It's like separate job for me. But the run that I had 500,000 quartz was when I farmed for the items that I told you, and I only farmed them at around like 460, floor 60.
Damn. I
And it's back then. It's way back.
got
Nice.
187 right now. It's not that much, but something, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't done any farming though. I've just been climbing, so that's just like just from going up.
Like I spammed that much quartz just with Kazuma. You know the unit Kazuma from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fucking unit that you used to use in mines. It's just, it's
Nice.
way back.
All right, this one
Okay.
is pretty good actually. It's like Malim's necklace, slightly less burn chance, but on a 4-star.
You know what I like about that? It's the crit rate.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Even if it is only 10%, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that 10% nobody's gonna give you that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you farmed the Berwick 4-star equip from main story, that is 30%.
Oh my bad, 20% less burn chance, but still it's on a 4-star, so
Yeah.
20% less compared to Malim necklace.
Mm,
And the defense down doesn't really do anything, so there's like not really much of a
no,
downside for this.
no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
I
Like
think
having that one
it's
option just to burn is just everything
yeah.
about the equip.
I think it's like upper A, maybe bottom of S.
Yeah, upper A is where I'd put it.
Put it
Upper
like
A
here, maybe.
behind that. Yep. 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 Yep.
I would maybe put this above because this is literally like Cess Wavy Frill for people who don't have Cess
Yeah.
Wavy Frill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. All right.
That
How
would
does
be
it
all, I
look?
think. Like anything we want to swap here. Hmm. Honestly, it looks good.
Here, let me. I don't know where the hell Frog is, bro.
Man went on vacation.
I think. I mean, I think it looks pretty good, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think in chat? Does chat have any thoughts on it?
Hmm.
Probably not. I don't know. Yeah, I think Frog's gone. Bruh. I shouldn't have spammed the button. Alright, anyways. I don't think capitalization matters in Discord usernames, darling. Um. Alright, anyways. Yeah, looks good, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. Thanks for coming to the stream, guys. Um, yeah, I'll post this as a community post or something.